From amongst them, one of them was Shimr, who was also a man of a very notorious nature. Some say he was a Jew, some say he was a mushrik, and some say he was a Muslim, but he was of an extreme notorious nature, and Allah knows, Allahu Alam. Nevertheless, he was the leader of this campaign. When he went to intercept Hussein radiallahu anhu, it is mentioned that Hussein radiallahu anhu, he seen an army of soldiers with swords coming, advancing towards him. So he asked them to stop and halt. Let us speak and discuss first, that why have you all come like this towards me? If you all came to get me, if you all came to receive me, then you would have been welcoming me. And then Hussein radiallahu anhu realized that these people haven't come to receive him, they have actually come to capture him. And they said that now Muslim bin Aqil is no longer, so our leader is Ibn Ziyad, you are no longer our leader. So Hussein radiallahu anhu took out those letters that he received, and he read out those letters to them. And he called out those people by their names. He said, you the son of so and so, have you not written a letter pledging your allegiance, and now today you are standing against me? You the son of so and so. Again, Hussein radiallahu anhu read many letters. But these people, number one, they feared their lives. Number two, they broke the allegiance, and they became the means, or Ibn Ziyad became the means of the assassination of Muslim bin Aqil, rahmatullah. So Hussein radiallahu anhu said, now we have two choices. One choice is I go to Damascus, directly you leave me alone, I go speak to Yazid. Another choice is I return back to Makkah, and we will rediscuss our matters. There's no point going into another war or into another fight. These people, what they thought, that if Hussein radiallahu anhu goes to Damascus, then who will find out about our rebellion? Yazid. And Yazid is a very powerful person at the moment. If he finds out that we were the cause of rebelling against him, then none of our lives will be spared. So they stopped Hussein radiallahu anhu from going to, he said, no, you can't go to Damascus. Hussein radiallahu anhu said, that, let me return back to Makkah. He said, no, you can't even do that. We have to take you to Ibn Ziyad, and you have to pledge allegiance on the hands of Ibn Ziyad, who is our new leader. So Hussein radiallahu anhu said, that is why Allama Iqbal says, in his poetry, if a person who reads the poetry of Allama Iqbal, even if you read the translation, there's very deep historic messages written in there. He said the same people that invited him were the means of his assassination. Who invited Hussein radiallahu anhu? This nation. This Balwai Qawm, they invited Hussein radiallahu anhu, and in between they broke his allegiance and they stood against him. So Hussein radiallahu anhu said that I have not been invited yet. Main aaya nahi hu. Mujhe Kufa walo musafir na samjho. Another poet says, oh, the people of Kufa, don't think I am a musafir. I am not a stranger here. Main aaya nahi hu, bulaya gaya hu. That I wasn't called, I haven't come here on my own accord, but I had been invited by you people, and now today you are standing against me. So they blocked the road of Hussein radiallahu anhu returning back to Makkah as well. They said, you have to come with us, and you have to take allegiance on the hands of Ibn Ziyad. Hussein radiallahu anhu knew who Ibn Ziyad was. So he said, Hussein radiallahu anhu said, it's better to die as a free person, it's better to die as a free person than to accept the slavery of Ibn Ziyad. And thereafter Hussein radiallahu anhu, obviously he had to defend himself, he had to defend his family members. Say, allow me to go back, or allow me to go to Yazid, to Damascus, but I am not willing to come to Ibn Ziyad. And thereafter the battle of Karbala took place, and all the family members of Hussein radiallahu anhu, many of them were assassinated. However, the women, also historic people, people who write history, they write all sorts. History has been manipulated. The women were captured, but there was no ill doings with those women. Some people say, oh, their burqas were ripped open and they were dragged for 9 miles and 7 miles. All that is manipulation of history. They were captured. Yes, the tent of Hazrat Zainab radiallahu anha was set on fire. The reason why the tent was set on fire was those 12,000 letters were there. So they set the tent on fire, so those letters and the evidence of their allegiance to Hussein radiallahu anhu can be distorted and can be, because even if Ibn Ziyad finds out their name, or Yazid finds out their name, they will actually find out who are the perpetrators of this crime. And before the Salah of Asr, Hussein radiallahu anhu was martyred. It is mentioned that only one male, one child was left, was Imam Zainul Abidin, who was the grandson of, or the son of Hussein radiallahu anhu, or the grandson of Hussein radiallahu anhu. This, besides that, each and every one was 40 plus members who were killed in this place of Karbala, which was a very, very, very dark day in Islamic history. After the illuminance of Nubuwwat and after the great rise of Islam and the empire of Islam, to see such a dark day where the grandson of the Prophet ﷺ himself is being assassinated by the people who invited him.